Um, Good day, guys. Good day, sir. We are the group three. I am, and we're going to discuss and report about the non-destructive testing. So this is my co-reporter, yours truly, John Paris Lumingkit, and GR Vilacora Aguera. Oh, next slide, boss. So, guys, this is our intended learning objectives. So, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to, number one, first and foremost, determine and evaluate what is non-destructive testing or NDT in acronym. So, we are going to discuss how, the importance in some materials. And number two is identify the differences between non-destructive testing and non-destructive testing. So, we are going to compare the non-destructive testing and also the destructive testing, and also explain the eight most common non-destructive testing or and significance of non-destructive testing in various industry. So we're going to discuss the functions and the relevance of the non-destructive testing in some various industry, like in aeronautics, marines, and etc. So next, provide the various industries in which non-destructive testing is widely used. So, and also, last, gather a conclusion regarding this topic. So we were going to have a conclusion regarding on this topic. So pali ko next slide, boss. So what is a non-destructive testing or NDT? So NDT stands for non-destructive testing. It refers to an array or techniques of inspection and methods that allow inspectors to evaluate and collect data about a material, system, or component without permanently alternating and damaging it. So as the title said, non-destructive testing. So pasabot ani guys, um mutesta og usa ka materials without kanang dili nato siya gub-on, meaning to say, for example na kay mutesta og usa ka materials, so dili nato ni siya gub-on ang material, so we're going to test it without permanently damaging it. So if we test a certain materials without permanently damaging it, or any scratches or any any defect na atong buhaton ana, that's called a non-destructive testing. So in this field, NDT is often used as an umbrella term to refer to non-destructive inspection methods, inspection tools, or even entire field of non-destructive inspection. So, um, non-destructive testing is also used in some inspectors in the industry because they will somehow somewhat great advantage because you are not going to damage the materials, and despite of not damaging it, you can also test it and makasave ra pud ka na guys, kay if ever for example sa destructive testing, so kung ato na siyang i-test ang usa ka material, meaning to say ato siyang gub-on, so kung imo na siyang gub-on di na siya magamit nimo, so you're going to buy another one material in order to in order nimo nga maimo siyang makuan magamit sa another. Ang nakanindot ay non-destructive testing kay atong i-test ang materials gamit ang some tools na pwede ra nato mabalik ang materials sa asa nato dapat buhaton. So kung palitan og magtesta og niya og kanang mangita sa niya mangita ta sa ka material og defects. So if mo testa na niya, magamit ra gyapon nato siya sa another nga paggamitan nato niya kay wala man nato siya guba, ato ra man siya test atong gitest ang mga defects, as ang mga defects, ang mga impurities, and other. So that is the advantage of non-destructive testing. So to summarize it all, non-destructive testing is a kind of test, and we're going to collect data and evaluate the data we found in that particular material without permanently or altering and damaging the material itself. So next slide, boss. Boss, please next slide, boss. So the importance of non-destructive testing. Here are the top reasons NDT is used so many companies throughout the world. So number one of which is savings. So the most obvious answer to other these questions na makasave kita sa non-destructive testing because it allows the material object being examined to survive examination and thus saving money and resources. So ngano makasave man siya. So palitan og mag-test ta og for example sa bridge, ato i-test ang atong mga metals nato gamit ana mga bridges like concrete tanan na materials na gamit ana. So kung ang bridge is nakuha na siya, na-built na siya, then ato siyang i-test ang mga defects. So kung magamit tag destructive testing ni ana, we are going to to destroy the bridge itself. So it takes time. It takes time and also it takes a lot of money and savings investment. So we will use some alternative way to test the material, and that is non-destructive testing. And in order to test that testing, makasave ta niya kay dili ra man taniyan, dili man nato gub-on ra ang bridge itself, but mo test ta sa niya pinaagi sa mga some common methods na i-discuss later on. So saving na siya guys kay dili man nato gub-on ang materials kung mo test ta niya. So ato ra na siyang i-test pinaagi sa mga dili ni siya maguba or dili ni siya magasgasan ng mga material. So meaning to say magamit nato ni siya sa another nga application or sa to paggamitan ani. So safety. NDT is also appealing because almost all NDT techniques except radiographic testing are harmless to people. So one of which is safety gani siya guys kay ana ang destructive testing magud guys kay kung ato ni mo test ako sa ka materials, it requires impact or ato na siyang gubon. So if mugubat ako sa ka material, it so also serve as harmful sa mga tao. So excuse me. So safety po siya pod kay sorry, excuse me. So safety po siya pod kay for example sa visual testing, so ato lang taon ang iyahang mga defects by using our naked eye and some apparatus and devices. So safety siya guys. So efficiency. NDT methods allow for the thorough or relative quick evaluation of assets which can be crucial for ensuring continued safety and performance on the job site. So, ganong na-form na siyang efficiency. So, meaning to say, it allows for us inspectors nga makakwik og evaluation of assets which crucial for ensuring continued safety and performance on the job site. So, masabot ani, it doesn't mean nga ang mutin sa material atong gupon, but also we can use some methods na non-destructive siya pero ato ra gyapon siyang matest enough for us to maintain the material's efficiency. So number last is methods have been proven accurate and predictable. Both qualities you want when it comes to maintenance procedures meant to ensure the safety or personal and longevity of the equipment. So if you are also wondering if ever nga naligdili siya non-destructive testing, di na siya accurate. No, it is accurate because there are lots of non-destructive testing methods that we can use or we can choose in order to test the defects and others defects, impurities, mga guba sa mga materials na somehow accurate ni siya and later on ma-discuss niya sa further discussions na mo. So, to sum it up, savings because makasave ka, dili na ito gubo na itong material. Safety because we are not actually destroying the material, but we are going to test it and it is not harmful to human. And efficiency because we are going to make the material more efficient by using non-destructive testing and also the accuracy of the mineral testing methods that we use in the material. So next slide, boss. So where is non-destructive testing used? So these are the non-destructive industries that non-destructive testing is commonly used. Oil and gas. So petroleum gas and other company that kanang mukha sila gas so dira na siya ginagamit sa power generation like sa mga planta sa mga for example this EDC and chemicals, mining, aerospace like NASA, automotive, maritime and mining. So these are the industries that uses or kanang ilang ginagamit ang non-destructive testing because if mugamit sila destructive testing aning mga industriya guys dako po kunin siya logi po sa ilang kumpanya if ilan ning buhaton permi ang non-destructive testing because kanang ilang gigamit nga materials for test common test, dili naman na siya magamit, dili naman na siya ma-recycle. So kung magamit ang non-destructive testing, ma-recycle na nato ang material, and also double purpose mo siya guys, ma-recycle na to ang material, and also ato siyang matest ang iyang mga defects, ang iyang strength, compression strength test, ang iyang strength, tensile strength, and other data na at ang other data na atong ma-collect pinaagi sa tuwang gusto nga buhaton sa iyang test. So, and all of these tests, there are three different methods that inspectors use to gain access to hard to reach locations or location. Okay. Wala pa gito.
Okay, mas pwede na.
Sige, sige. So guys, so shall we, so in all of these industries, there are three different methods that inspectors use to gain access to hard to reach locations or location at height. So, struggle po rin sa mga inspectors guys because kanang mo pag sa non-destructive testing, so dili man ko siya doon, mukuha ra tag gamay specimen sa usang material. So, for example, ang atong specimen na material is dito just mga tag-as ng mga locations. For example, so we're going to use scaffoldings. Pero scaffoldings naman para makita niyo sa mga building bitaw katong mga dagong tubo bitaw ana. Sometimes pud ko lumber nga mga scaffoldings, and those are scaffoldings. They use it to serve as ilabang kuan ba kanang hagdanan or kanang ilahang palatungan. So the use of scaffolding requires inspectors to work at tight in person in order to collect inspection data. So that is the scaffoldings, and also the rope access. So very self-explanatory naman ni guys na they use rope access also to inspectors to work at tight in order to collect inspections data. And also in advancement of the technology, also drones. So drones are used to the places na data remote na siya, I mean di na siya mag-gain access sa ato scaffoldings, and also the rope access, and allowing them to remain safely outside of the confirmed spaces or safely below locations at height. So sa mga isolated naman yung area magamit. So these are the some different methods gibuhat sa mga inspectors in order to um, use non-destructive testing in these various industries, including oil, gas, power generation, chemicals, mining, aerospace, automotive, maritime, and also the mining. So these are the non-destructive testing industries na they use of NDT. So next slide, boss. Allow ko, boss. So non-destructive testing codes and standards. So here are the most commonly followed organizations in the world for creating NDT standards. So API, American Petroleum Institute, and also the ASME, American Society for Mechanical Engineers, American Society for Testing Materials. So muna ni sir nga ASTM. So tanang mga materials diri guys, na ni sa ASTM code wherein matest na to ang iyang mga compression test, tensile stress, and other strengths of materials. And also the French Committee for Advanced Studies, Group Canadian Standardization, and Canadian General Standards Board. So these are the non-destructive testing codes and standards na commonly used sa mga industries, various industries all over the world. So pareho ni slide, boss. So, okay guys. So, what is the difference between destructive testing and non-destructive testing? So, to summarize it, non-destructive testing or NDT is used to collect information of the materials in a way that we are not going to destroy the material itself. But while the destructive testing is we are going to collect information regarding for each strength of materials like compression test, tensile test, and other test na atong buhaton sa materials nga ato ang gubon or ato ang i-alter ang composition and structure sa materials. So, like I said earlier, non-destructive, we're going to test the material but we are not going to destroy it. While ang destructive testing, we are going to collect information of the materials by the use of destroying it, like atong Charpy test and ISO test. So those are the example of non-destructive testing because we are going to destroy the material, alter its composition and structure, and get some specimen in order to collect information na pwede na to mabuhat and have the knowledge in order to study some fractures and fatigues of the materials. So essentially, the NDT difference is the NDT doesn't require spectrum to damage the materials they test. So while DT does, in destructive testing, for example, a piece of material might be scrapped away for analysis or altered in some other on-site. So to summarize, if mugamit ang NDT, we were we can able to recycle the materials and use it for other future references. But in destructive testing, we are testing the materials to collect data, pero we are going to buy another material in order to magamit na po sa laing application niya namin. So those are the comparison of the NDT and destructive testing. So next slide, boss. Alayin ko, boss. Next slide, boss.
Sana boss, wait lang. Naloading.
So here are some examples of the destructive testing. So macro sectioning. So test a small section or welded material by polishing and etching the examination. So mo na ako mga examples ng material testing. For example, polishing its etching for examination. So atong siyang kuhaan og kanabit ang atong scratch test bitaw nana. So tensile testing. So tension testing, for example, atong itest sa material for kung how the material withstand in tensile force, and also the 3-point bending testing. So this test examines the soundness and flexibility of the material, or also as ductility. Taking sample of it called upon or bending 3 points to the specified angle. So 3-point bending testing. So usually gina-test siya ang materials for its ductility and also its stiffness. So NDT is the most common phrase, but there are a few others as well. So NDE. So it doesn't mean nga NDT testing, alam na siya guys. It can also other terminologies can be used like non-destructive examination or non-destructive evaluation, and also non-destructive inspections. And those are the key points of non-destructive testing. So we can save money, we can save investment, accuracy is checked, and also the efficiency, and also the safety. And we can also recycle the materials for another future references that we can use. And so that's it. Next slide, boss. So these are the 8 common non-destructive testing methods that commonly used in various industries, and my co-reporter will going to discuss this one. So, boss, ikaw na po, boss. Thank you, boss.
So, this type of non-destructive testing is visual testing. Visual non-destructive testing is the act of collecting visual data on the status of a material. Visual testing is the most basic way to examine a material or object without altering it in any way. So of course, kaning visual testing, muna siya pinakadali nga way of non-destructive testing, and also mo po siya ang pinaka-basic. Kaya as we know, kung makita tawag sa ka-material, if we see cracking or maliki, mga imperfections sa ka-material, of course, it will cause for that point to become a breaking point or cracking point, meaning because the material is not perfect. Visual testing can be done with the naked eye. So, pwede rin yun kayo mo gamit sa atong own eye kung nataoy visual testing. Of course, kaya makita naman nato ang mga major defects or cracks sa isa ka material. by ins- by inspectors visually reviewing a material or asset. For indoor visual testing, inspectors use flashlights to add depth to the object being examined. Visual testing can also be done with an RVI or remote visual inspection tool like an inspection camera. To get the camera in place, NDT inspectors may use a robot or drone or may simply hang it from a rope. So muna siya ang visual testing. Simply looking sa object kung may mga cracks or imperfections kung kung unsa ang strength of material basically. Then using the sa atong visual. So next is we have the ultrasonic testing or UV. Ultrasonic non-destructive testing is the process of transmitting high frequency sound into a material in order to identify changes in the material's properties. So basically, sa ultrasound testing, it uses sound waves to detect defects or imperfections in the material created. So, kung maka-remember mo atong uh, Titan submersible, na sila something kung nag-use some sort of ultrasonic testing since ato sila gigamit nga based sa gagama adto nga submersible nasa oy way para mabala niya if there are defects or cracks adtong iyang gigamit nga sa pag-create adto nga submersible kay this is something. So basically if na sa echoes that will be the time nga makaingon sila nga na defect sa materials. And also ultrasonic testing kay we are kanang dili na pud aning inaning way sa pag-detect sa materials because ultra ultrasonic testing kay di ba gay sa ang dili ra pud siya sa materials actually applicable so daghan ang mga applications aning ultrasonic testing and also nakita po nato siya karon sa pag sa materials inspection technique inspectors introduce sounds into a material and method or sound reflections produced by imperfections on the surface of the material to our receiver. So next have radiography test. The thing is that using gamma and so for an generator through the material being tested and on some or some other kind of a detector. The readings from detectors should be asked material. So, same, same sa X-ray nato sa paglantaw if there are fractures or applications pag-test or paglantaw so phones kung na-crack or defect na problem sa sulod nato. It can also put the eye real test. So basically kay mga ang imang material. Basically, just po na nga ginagawa sa tao nga makita dito ang mga imperfections sa usa ka material. Basically, the same ra gyud siya. Dahil lang ang application nga gigamitan. Okay, for the fourth one, it is the eddy current or electromagnetic testing, or ET. Eddy current non-destructive testing is a type of electromagnetic testing that uses measurements of the electrical current, also called eddy current. In a magnetic field, a material may terminate the material, which may include locations of defects. To conduct eddy current testing, inspectors examine the flow of eddy currents in the magnetic field surrounding a conductive material to identify interruptions caused by this defects. Inaasay sa mga electric kay through the magnetic field nga ma-produce ano niya and with the use of the device nga gigamit imperfections and the imperfections and the defects of a certain material can be identified. So basically, that's the use of the eddy current or electromagnetic.
Boss, magnetic particle inspection or MPI. So these are the number five, number five among the eight most common methods or techniques in non-destructive testing. So magnetic particle non-destructive testing is the act of identifying imperfections in a material by examining disruptions in the flow of magnetic field within the material. To use magnetic particle inspection, inspector first induce a magnetic field in a material that is highly susceptible to magnetization. So, um, in order for the tarang, in order for the inspectors to see imperfections sa usa ka materials, guys, need sila og apparatus or device that use magnetic particles devices. So they are going to induce a magnetic field in a specific materials, and if naa sila makitaan nga taas og susceptible or what we call this one magnetism in that materials, this leads to them to visual indicators for the location of information within the materials. So now, so if ever nga butang sila og muhatag sila og metal ang tubo na ilan ang ini-induce og the flow of magnetic field in a certain material sa tubo. So if naay um naay magnetic field nga muupo sa ilang screen dito, guys, or some ilang kuan dito na highly susceptible to magnetization, meaning to say that place or that specific region sa materials na ana siya imperfections na hitabo dira. So if ever na naay mga imperfections dira, corrosion, they may lead, they pwede ni siya ma-lead into information that dira ang iyang weak point sa specific material. So naman siya imperfections dira, or meaning to say naa siya yung weak point or kanang bitang ang material sa paggama sa manufacture dili mo siya perfectly manufactured. So naa mo siya yung mga weak point dira. So pinaagi sa magnetic particle inspection, makita nimo ang mga location kung asa dapita to mga imperfection or weak points sa material. So pinaagi sa magnetic field. So sometimes po guys, kasi magnetic field particle inspection, it requires more guys, more analysis, because this magnetization is required devices that um, highly nga makakuha gid siya, makadetect gid siya sa mga imperfection. So nagyo kay mga devices na gamiton ani, and this devices is very useful in order to gain information sa mga imperfections. So next slide, boss. Number 6. So acoustic emission testing. So from the word acoustic, so it requires into sound. So acoustic testing is the act of using acoustic emissions to identify possible defects and imperfection in a material. So meaning to say acoustic, so meaning to say it's referring to sounds. So these acoustic emissions, it will identify again defect and imperfection in a specific material. So now, how does acoustic emission testing work? So by examining the materials, they provide a burst of acoustic energy, and also called acoustic emission, which are caused by defects in a material. So kung the more nga dako ang iyang acoustic wave or acoustic response or feedback sa atuang device na gigamit, so meaning to say those intensities and location of that specific materials dira ang na effect dira. So ato example, so na kay po metal. So kung imo na siyang i-eject dira acoustic emission testing, so kung asa man tong kusog ang iyang feedback sa atuang device na gigamit, so meaning to say dira ang possible nga nagi-defect ang usa ka materials. So kung imo na ibutang sa imong dalunggan ng something nga device, kung kusog kayo ang iyang sound response or siyang sound vibration niya sa atuang madunggan, so meaning to say that possible region has the most defects or weak point niya na, guys. So it so meaning to say we're not destroying any any part of the materials, but we can find the defects. So we can pertain the material and we can improve it. So those that is exact. So dye penetration testing. So from the word dye, so atong pintaran or something like atong butangan siya og liquid penetrating testing. So it is refers to the process of using a liquid to coat a material and then looking for breaks in a liquid to identify imperfection in the material. So non-destructive testing na gyapon siya guys, because we are not basically destroying the materials, but rather we are um, putting or coating the materials in a liquid that is much more penetrating in a specific material or object. So if this coating of a materials um pagbutang ni mo coating of materials nay nakabutang nga breaks or something nga kanang dili kay sa grabe tang mausob ang iyang visual nga composition niya. For example, sa original na metal pa nimo butang coating, pagbutang nimo coating bro nausob bitang iyang bitang paano composition sa material, meaning to say that breaks in the liquid to the different of in the material. So pasabot ana if nay na usog gani ana sa kamay gid kayo, meaning dira ang iyang possible nga imperfections sa materials, and those imperfections we can also gain more knowledge about it by examining the material. So how does the predict is important? So inspectors conducting a penetrating test will first coat the materials being tested with a solution that contains a visible or fluorescent dye. So mean to say visible dye siya, makita gid sa tao. So inspectors then remove any extra solution from the material surface while leaving the solution in defects that breaks the material surface. So ilan ang butang visible fluorescent dye or something this liquid solution, if ever nga pag-remove sa mga remove sa inspector sa dye, they will leave the solution sa asatong defects, and that information will somehow leave them na dira dapita ang weak point or imperfection sa materials. So this dye penetrating testing guys are also commonly um, are widely used in marine transportation industries, like sa mga barko karon sa pagpintal nila sa mga metals. So kung makita nila na yung mga defects dira or karang something nga corrosion na may tabo, those imperfection with some this dye penetrating testing is very helpful for them to identify that specific um region nga na ini-occur dira nga imperfections or defects sa kamatillas, and that defects will somehow lead them na ilang ma-maintain or ilang ma-prevent ang further destruction or sa pagpurod sa usa ka material. So mo siya guys. So lastly, number 8 boss, palayan ko boss. Palayan ko number 8 boss.
mo.
Wala pa siya boss ah.
Lang boss.
If wala pa siya boss, ay na boss. Okay? So the last and the last non 8 common methods or techniques of non-destructive testing is the leak testing, LT. So from the word leak, so na siya from the word leak or sa tubo ba na siya tulo. So leak non-destructive testing refers to the process of studying leaks in a vessel or structures in order to identify defects in it. So inspectors can detect leaks with a vessel using measurement taking a pressure gauge, soap bubble test, or electronic listening devices among others. So ang commonly used ra gyud dato ani guys, soap bubble test. So kabantay mo nang pabulkit bitaw ta guys. Di ba? Kung in order na matest na to for example ang interior, if naa ba siya busdot ato siyang iulog sa tubig or butang ato siya bula. If naay mo bula or ang pressurized bitaw mo bubbles ang tubig to hold na to, meaning to say dira ang naay leak niya. So that is what exactly leak testing is. So we use some techniques or traditional techniques like a soap bubble techniques in order to define leak, and also we can use in an advancement of technology also we can use pressure gauge, because if there is abnormalities of the pressure gauge, um, it will lead it will lead sa mga inspectors nga makakita sila defects, and also electronic listening devices and others. So that is the leak testing. So overall guys, there are lots um non-destructive testing methods, but we only nigado na mig walo ka book for the common na ginagamit sa mga various industries like ato sa petroleum gas, automotive and other industries. Kay these are the non-destructive testing ilang ipagamit, and this is ginagamit sa ASTM or the American American Society of Material Testing of Materials. So next slide boss, for the last slide. So to conclude our report all about non-destructive testing. So non-destructive testing is critical for ensuring the quality and safety of the materials and components used in various industries. So meaning to say, by using non-destructive testing, we are actually preventing the actual destruction na may tabo. For example, if dili ta mo gamit og non-destructive testing or destructive testing, if pag-apply nito sa usa ka material sa usa ka specific nga application, for example sa barko, wala ka balo kung ini-apply sa mga various loads ana maguba dahil na siya. So somehow or somewhat maka-lead po na siya sa into unfit events. For example, katong sa Titanic. So kung kulang to siya testing sa materials guys, kay if the materials is somehow experience some compression loads or anything nga force nga ana, the materials will actually makuha bitaw siya kanang maguba bitaw siya, ma-fracture siya. So by using this testing, non-destructive testing, and this some testing, we can prevent those happenings, and those happenings will somehow be helpful for us to di na bitaw maulit ang mga natabo. So with a range of methods available, entity can identify defects and abnormalities in materials and components without causing damage. So murag ng purpose gud sa non-destructive testing guys. So mo test ako sa materials without destroying it. So we can recycle it, and we can use it for the further future purposes natong buhaton. So it acts like a double purpose ra ba, kanang mo test ako sa materials na dili nato siya gubon, and if that materials pass the test, then pwede na siya magamit sa application. So kabantay mo to sa SRB bitaw karon sa SpaceX bitaw ni Elon Musk nga mahal kayo ang mga rocket boosters. So in order na kay wala mo na siya kanang kausara man nimo magamit ang rocket booster if kato sa una pa ng mga space shuttles. So pinaagi anang idea nga maka-recycle si Elon Musk ni buhat siya og spaceship nga ma-recycle nato ang materials na itong igamit para magamit tapos sa another mission. So inaniraga po siya concept guys na mutest tag usa ka butang without destroying it, and we can use it for the further another purposes na itong mabuhat sa materials. So mura gina siya ang pinaka subject summary gud sa mong report na non-destructive testing. The methods, the cost, savings, efficiency, and the accuracy of the non-destructive testing, and the application on other various fields, because one of which is savings and pwede ka na to ma-recycle na nga to pag test ana. So more that concludes our report guys, and I hope you have you gain knowledge sa among report and also namin nakatunan. So more to guys.